Time now for the live coronavirus update for San Antonio and Bexar County.
COVID-19 update for the San Antonio community. Before we get into tonight's numbers, we want to talk with you a little bit about the upcoming Labor Day weekend. It's a holiday weekend with hopefully some cooler temperatures, and it's tempting to get out, barbecue with family, and it would be tempting to let your guard down, but we do have to remember that lives are depending on us all to stay disciplined. Although the number of cases have dropped, coronavirus is still present throughout our community, so we have to protect ourselves and our loved ones this Labor Day by wearing masks, keeping 6 feet of distance from others, and avoiding large crowds. Remember that after Memorial Day and the July 4th weekend, our region saw a significant spike in COVID-19 cases, and we came dangerously close to overwhelming our hospital system. So please don't let your guard down now. We have to maintain vigilance, as our public health officials have been telling us from the very start. Let me turn it over to Commissioner Wolf.
Thank you, Mayor. Much appreciated. And as the Mayor mentioned, we have come very close to overwhelming our hospital systems, which is, I would argue, our number one goal that we've tried to make sure we don't overwhelm. And so as we go into this Labor Day weekend, continue to be smart about this. Make sure that you're careful. Now it's more important than any other time to make sure we don't make that spike that we've seen happen before. So if you're going to do something over Labor Day, choose an outdoor location where you can. Avoid locations with poor ventilation. Skip the family style spread. Individually packaged meals and utensils are safer. Wear a mask, especially around those who are more susceptible to virus. You've heard me say this before, where, perhaps, wearing masks and social distancing is a new form of our wearing seatbelts and airbags. So mask up like you buckle up if you're going to be doing stuff this Labor Day weekend, and let's protect each other and make sure we don't run into another spike. Mayor?
Great. Thank you, Commissioner. So on to today's numbers, and we're continuing to see a good trend in the community that we want to maintain. We're reporting 157 new cases of COVID-19, which brings our total to 47,070 since this pandemic began in our community. Our 7-day moving average has dipped slightly to 180. Unfortunately, we do have a number of new deaths to report tonight, 16 in total, which brings our overall total to 851. 11 of these are the result of Metro Health reviewing death certificates provided by the state and confirming that the deaths were COVID-related. And these occurred between July 14th and yesterday. And as we always remind you, 851 of these 851 deaths means that we have lost that many friends and neighbors, colleagues, loved ones, and so please keep their families in your prayers. Every death is a tragedy and a life lost in our community, and we mourn them along with their family members. All right, and over into the hospitals now. Tonight there are 344 patients COVID positive in the hospital, down 12 from yesterday. 24 new admissions to the hospitals within the last 24 hours, and I should note that that's the lowest number of admissions we've seen in quite some time. 155 patients in ICU and 87 on ventilators. In terms of capacity, we have 65% of ventilators available and 13% of staffed hospital beds available. San Antonio, we are counting on you to stop the spread of COVID-19. Please be safe this Labor Day weekend. And as always, you can get updates on COVID-19 as well as all the relief programs that are available for those affected, relief programs established by the city and the county. And you can get those at covid19.sanantonio.gov. And you can always subscribe to the latest updates on COVID-19 in our community by texting CostaGov to 55000. And so again, bottom line, we are still in the middle of a pandemic. We are going into a holiday weekend, a much-deserved holiday weekend for many of you. And so please maintain your focus and vigilance so that we can continue to see schools open up as well as those activities and businesses that we want to see thrive in the months to come. As far as questions, we can now get to those. We have Dr. Wu, Dr. Alsip, myself, and the Commissioner available.
Mayor, I forgot to add, the judge is fine. I had lunch with him today. Please don't send me any texts asking. He's in good shape. So.
Thank you for that. We have gotten those questions. Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner.
Mayor, do you have any indication as to what kind of announcement the governor might be making next week with regards to businesses?
Yeah, no, so we've been hearing those, that anticipation as well. We really don't have anything to add. I've talked to my counterparts in other cities. They're also kind of wondering where it's going. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Is there anything that he could do that might make you a little hesitant?
This briefing is continuing right now at kens5.com and our Facebook page. Mayor and county leaders bringing us an update as we head into Labor Day weekend, reminding everyone that lives are depending on what we do. Parks are going to be closed for that Labor Day week, that holiday. As a reminder that COVID is still present in our community. Some of the numbers tonight, we are seeing a good trend. 157 new cases brings us to a total of 47,070. Admissions down to a low, which is a great sign for our community. Sadly to report tonight, 16 new deaths. That brings us to a total of 851. And remember that those are people's family members, loved ones, and somebody important to everyone in this community. We're going to be right back after this break.